Hi everyone, please welcome to the stage the President of the American Federation of Teachers, Randi Weingarter, and Co-Chairman of the Weinstein Company, Harvey Weinstein.
Like the movie?
Didn't he make a great movie?
We showed the footage to Nelson Mandela, and he looked at Idris and he goes, "That's me." He was happy.
And isn't it amazingly cool that he has recovered so that he could actually see this movie and this amazing tribute that you have made for him and for the world?
Thank you.
So, did you like it? Wait a second. I am a high school teacher. This does not feel like high school students to me. Did you like it?
I want to tell you that I went to PS 200, which was public school in New York, in Queens. I went to Campbell Junior High School, which was public school in Queens, because I was born in Brooklyn, grew up in Queens. I went to John Bowne High School, which was public school in Queens, and then I went to the State University of New York at Buffalo, which was also a public school. So I got my education, and a great one through public school. And I'm very indebted to Randi and the level of excellence that she brought to teachers, in my home city, and the fight that we, continue on for teachers. And when I think about some of the people who excel in this world, and then I think about the teachers who helped me and changed my own my own life. I had a teacher in high school. His name was Erwin Wisner, and I was cutting class and I was being a bad boy, and I don't know. It's just I was infatuated with a girl.
No one in this room would know that, right?
And he gave me a book to read called Giants in the Earth by O.E. Ralberg, which was a Norwegian author about the immigrants who came to America through Minnesota. And that book and all the other books that he gave me changed my life, and I fell in love with literature. And then I decided to take literature and make movies out of them. So in a way, we owe this to our teachers, and it's a pleasure for me to be here.
So, but this is your afternoon.
Yep.
You have your teachers here, who you just all whooped and hollered for. You have the best movie producer in the United States of America here. And you have somebody who, every now and then tries to fight, meaning every single day tries to fight to make sure you get a great education, and the people who try to give it to you get supported, get respected. So that's why we wanted to just open it up to a Q&A. We have, just as a commercial, we've done a bunch of lesson plans which we have on a site called Share My Lesson, so that we can actually do lessons off this movie all throughout the country. But you can really help us in terms of what you like, what didn't you like, what did it mean to you, and what else should we do?
For me, I think the most important moment, or the moment that really hit home, was when he saw all the people after the shootings, and he comforted the one sobbing mom, and you just saw this little girl who was maybe 5 or younger, and the mom was just losing it, and that moment was
That hit you.
yeah.
I would guess it's the moment he becomes a president, because it just shows that the system's broken. There's no more segregation there. That's just me.
So that was the moment of hope that the system could be fixed.
I think that the multiple moments when he was in jail and he was thinking about his wife, it showed how much he cared about everyone, and he even thought of his children and his neighborhood, and I think that really showed how much of a great leader he was.
Just one thing about that, we also, besides, making this movie, about revolution and power and watching a man's growth. He starts one way and he's flawed, and then he becomes a great leader who forgives. There's a great love story in this, and the price of what people pay, to do great things. Did you notice that the song at the end of the movie was "You Too"? That's their first song that they've written, first new song in 5 years, and Danger Mouse produced it. And it's about the sacrifice that people make, to do great things. And when you talk about what I love about this movie, I love the fact that these two incredible people who are in love paid the price. And as Mandela said, it's the only thing they have on me is, how they affected, my wife and my family. And we're constantly reminded of his own words where he says, "I would have been a family man." And this is based on Nelson Mandela's autobiography, which is called Long Walk to Freedom. This is when, he started, on a tribe, in Africa, and his father was, the advisor, almost the prime minister to the chieftain, and then he ended as president, and that's where the book ends. The book ends at this point, which is approximately 24 years ago, is where the book ends. So all the presidency and all the amazing things he did afterwards were not part of Long Walk to Freedom. It's impossible to tell a man's life, especially a life like this, in one movie. But that's kind of where, where we left off is where the book left off. And so much of the movie is Nelson Mandela's own words.